talk to myself. So, but without any further ado, like I said, welcome to Wednesday. Pick Me Up. It's a short Facebook Live to be real and casual and talk about life, health, what brings you joy, and mainly what you could do to bring more health, happiness, and joy in your life in general. So, today's topic is all about how is your emotional and physical gauge reading today. And before I start, I would just like to introduce myself. You already know me, but my name is Eugenie Ducatel, or if you prefer, Eugenie Ducatel. I am originally from France, but I live in Canada, in Cambridge, Ontario. I am a mom, I am a high school teacher, and just recently I was certified as a professional certified life coach. And so I've been coaching clients for months now, and it's a very fun process. And so I'm excited to be sharing just some of my tips and hopefully hearing from you. So if you're not on my email list, let me know and I will add you on. So yes, let's explore. First of all, I would just like to make a quick disclaimer that I happen to be a metaphor specialist. My students in high school think that's pretty cute. I love metaphors because they take abstract things into a concrete way and it just makes things make more sense. So I'm going to use the metaphor of a car to explore today's topic of how do you feel emotionally, physically. And I'm going to go back a few years ago in my path when I used to give the impression that I was this beautiful, shiny, red Ferrari. Yes, so on the outside, I was looking pretty hot, people. You know, I was looking good, I was shiny, I looked like I had it all together, and yeah. But the veneer was very thin underneath, behind the doors, behind the hood, behind all of that. My car was actually a jolly mess. Yes, so let me elaborate a little bit on that. What I mean by that is, well, my motor was really tired. I was working nonstop, trying to please everybody, and certainly not pleasing myself, so I was just always running ragged. I had young children, I had an ex-husband at the time, I had a job, and it was just busy, and I was always exhausted. So the motor was worn out a little bit, even though I was a lot younger than today. What else? Well, it's not complicated. I had no idea where I was going because, you know, I forgot to put the windshield wiper in the fluid so that I could clean my windshield and I would know where I was going. So I was kind of like running around, being busy, being tired, and not really getting anywhere. So that was incredibly, I guess, frustrating, but also disconcerting, and just I was a little discouraged. Actually, very discouraged, I think, more accurately. So what else was happening behind the fine veneer of my Ferrari? Well, there wasn't much gas in the tank, guys. Yep, I was running on fumes. So, you know, because that would have required some time. It would have required a stopping. It would have required me saying, oh, look at that. I'm tired. I need to fuel up. And I didn't. So I was always running on fumes, really exhausted. There was no air in my tires because I truly didn't know, still to this day, I don't know how to put air in my tires, but now I have somebody who does it for me. But back then it was like, oh, there's no air in my tires, I'm tired, but I just don't know what to do, so I just kept moving in my tired space. You get the point. This is my Ferrari, but inside it's a jolly mess. But that's not the worst part. The worst part about my red Ferrari is that it was full of stuff, useless stuff, heavy stuff that was like bogging me down. So picture like big blocks of concrete like filling up every cavity in the car, and just put some garbage in there while you're at it, and it didn't smell very good because I didn't open the windows. And basically those big blocks of concrete was the weight of my past mistakes, what I perceived as my mistakes back then, because now of course they've helped me grow into the person that I am. But back then it was just like carrying all this weight, the frustration, the judgment, the criticism. My car was full of stuff that was bogging me down, and my motor was tired, and I did not know where I was going. Okay, so 10 years ago, GPSs were not, they were there, but I did not have one. So I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I wanted. And I certainly knew that I did not want to feel what this car felt like, which was uncomfortable, stifling, unpleasant. There was no room to breathe, there was no room to be, and I did not enjoy being in my own car. So that was the sad situation of the day for me. And and then I always wondered, why is it that I can't be in a happy relationship with a beautiful man and find a great partner and just be happy like everyone else out there? I felt a little bit upset about that. But then again, if I were to say pick up a hitchhiker, Hugh Jackman, Idris Elba, like a really hot guy, why not? I would like to ask you the following question. Where in the world would that man have fit in this car? There was no room for him. There was no room for me, let alone for him. So of course, I would just repeatedly just fail at my relationships. It temporarily worked, but then of course everything would break down because I was not the one sustaining myself, and there was not really any space for myself, and especially not for any kind of man. You could have given me the perfect man. It would have never worked out. So my little conversation for today, you guys, is, how is your emotional space? How is your physical space in your car? What do you want to get rid of? What do you enjoy? Do you like the music? Do you enjoy the view? In my car, back in the day, a few years back, I had to do a major cleanup. So I had to get rid of the concrete blocks. It took a long time. I had to chip away at them with therapy, with meditation, with regular exercise. I had to put some gas in my fuel, and I started putting quality gas in my fuel so that I could feed my body and my mind in a better way. And, just to continue on with this maybe long-winded metaphor, it takes time. It takes time, but I just want to say that it is so doable. It's doable with, of course, consistency. My GPS was, I let go of trying to find the perfect man, and I realized that if the car was breaking down all the time, it wasn't because of a man's fault. It was because of my fault. I had to take care of my car. I had to take care of me, and that was my responsibility. So I decided to do that. And when that mind shift happened, then it became all about, okay, what do I need to do? So cleaned the windshield, and then all of a sudden, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can just imagine my daughters right now going, oh my God, Mom, you are so embarrassing. They're not going to watch this, so it's okay. It's just between you and me. And so then what did I do? I got a GPS, people, and I tuned it to my direction, not a man's direction, not my boss's direction, my direction. My direction was quite simple. I wanted to be as healthy as possible. I wanted to build myself up. I wanted to feel good in my own car, in my own body. And I wanted to have fun, So if I wasn't having fun finding the perfect guy, I was going to find my own fun. So that's it. I put some air in my tires. I put my GPS on. And it's not so much about the destination. It's about finding those little stops along the way that I knew I was going to enjoy. So practicing gratitude, we've had this conversation last week, and it would be, what do you enjoy doing? And so whatever that may be, it could be having, looking forward to it. So when you set your GPS in the morning, you're about to start your day, make a conscious kind of request to your day and say, today, I am looking forward to. And it could be something simple like hugging a colleague or having a delicious coffee with a friend. It could be calling a parent. It could be hugging a kid, your child. It could be just hanging out somewhere in a thrift store. It could be anything you like. But what are you looking forward to today? What is going to make your heart sing today? And okay, let's be real clear here. This is a little Facebook Live, and there's no way that you're going to chip away those big concrete blocks of self-doubt and criticism and judgment in a 15-minute episode on a Facebook Live. There's no way I would insult your intelligence that way. But I strongly believe that you can. You can with time, and you can with consistency, and you can if you focus on that one or two things that will make you happy today, and be grateful for what you have already. Therefore, that's about it for my Facebook Live for today. I would just like to say that I am no longer a red Ferrari because I just don't care about Ferraris, believe it or not. So my image is not as important. I'm more like a sporty Crosstrek vehicle. It's probably like blue or something. It's probably a little bit scratched because I've been using it. There's a bike rack at the back. It's pretty clean inside. It's not super clean because, I don't have time to dust all that much, but my motor is running well. I have energy. I have gas in my tank. The oil has been checked. I've got my music is on, you guys. I'm listening to some really decent reggaeton, and I'm singing at the top of my lungs. People think I'm a little strange at times, but that's okay. They have their own car. They have their own windows. They can manage. And yeah. So basically, it's all good. It's up and down, but you're definitely going to be able to find, with your GPS, you'll be able to find that one thing that is going to make your heart sing today. And yeah, and one of it, for me right now, I'm smiling because I'm here with you, and I hope you get to catch up with this little blog later and send me a message and tell me what you think. This is work in progress for me. I want to share what I've learned. I want to share so that people can experience more joy and purpose in this lifetime and as soon as possible. So as a coach, that's what I do. I help people build insanely awesome self-confidence and live the life they authentically want with joy and purpose. So my dear friends, with much love, I wish you all a beautiful end of the week and a beautiful weekend. And I will see you next time on the Wednesday Pick Me Up.